Hi there. If you're looking to grow your business in the age of AI, then one of the most important questions you need to answer is how is your product being mentioned in answer engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude? Well, it turns out it's not so easy. Answer engine optimization works very differently from traditional search engine optimization, that is SEO on platforms like Google, because answer engines and large language models have a different way to prioritize what sources of information they use to highlight in their answers. There have been, in the last 12 months, a number of solutions that come to the market that have provided AI search visibility. Among them, one of the biggest known is SEMrush, a company that was recently bought by Adobe for many billions of dollars. So if you're curious about SEMrush, whether it's the right solution for you, you want to understand how you can improve your visibility across AI SEO, well, this feature demo that I recorded earlier is going to show you how we were using SEMrush over the last month. So for a period of 30 days, we were using it very actively to see if SEMrush was the best AI visibility tool in the market. You'll find that there's a couple areas where it has a really good advantage, and then there are some areas that it still has room for improvement. Let's get started. My name is Claude, and I'm the founder of Generate More. We are an AI search agency focused specifically on software as a service companies. And recently we've gone about evaluating all the AI visibility tools out there. So tools that help you track and optimize your visibility across different language models like Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude, these kind of AI engines. And this review of AI SEMrush AI SEO features gives you an understanding of how they rank versus some of the new entrants in the market. So what I'm doing now is I'm setting up a report for one of our customers, and this is basically one way to evaluate this functionality within SEMrush. SEMrush, of course, you would know, is it's one of the major platforms for improving digital marketing across paid ads, SEO, and now as new functionality, AI SEO. So here you see there's a visibility overview report for our customer. One of the actual core challenges of this tool is that it doesn't seem to remember your settings. So every time I'm looking at the AI visibility of anything, it doesn't have this kind of persistent learning. So here's the AI overview for OneIO Cloud, which is an integration platform. You can see that there are some really positive elements here, so you can actually track visibility across different geos. Currently, it's mostly English language. You can see that Spain is included, and there are some regional platforms coming up soon, but that's kind of one downside there. So how does it rank? So there's a lot of elements here that are very positive. So you can see that there's some kind of, it gives you a top line view of what your visibility could be with basically no configurations. Just put your domain in there and start seeing visibility. The downside is that some of these automated topic clusters and prompts that they suggest are really, really broad. So like outsourcing IT sources, support in New York City. This has really nothing to do with my brand. And, one of the core downsides of this is that it gives this massive assessment of what your visibility could be based on kind of very broad assumptions. Okay, here are your competitors, here are the topics, but hey, actually those topics are not really relevant to us. So that kind of is a downside there. But here's the competitor assessment. The good and bad side of this is that, the last time I was in here, it basically suggested that my competitors are MuleSoft and ServiceNow and so forth. So here's a list of them. But if you actually want to put something else there, there are some buggy aspects to this UI. So you can see that I'm typing in a new domain. It doesn't pick it from the menu. It doesn't let me set it. But actually, if you click out and press analyze, it does actually work. So here's kind of a quick hack for you. So some of the UI elements in SEMrush AI SEO they're not as intuitive, they're a bit buggy, but they do work. And let's see, another thing that is kind of awkward here is that a lot of the automated insights really don't have anything to do with what we imagined. So the first recommended insight we had was that it was basically saying that, okay, for integration service, you should be creating content around best universities in the United States and Canada. I have no idea why I would suggest that an integration software provider would be building content around the best universities in United States and Canada, but you can see that there are some configuration issues here that if you're trying this out, be patient with it because it's not quite so perfect yet. The UX is very similar to if you used SEMrush in the past, so it is exactly what they have. So let's say integration solutions. Let's see the topic of integration solutions. And this is another problem we have. So I want to assess integration solutions, which would be a kind of umbrella term for talking about things like iPaaS software. But when you actually pick a topic, it basically jumps into a completely unrelated topic. So once again, the UI jumps into conclusions or doesn't. And this is one of the frustrations with SEMrush. It just does not work the way that you expect it to do. So I do not know what Paragon API is, but again, getting your visibility on Paragon AI API is not really what I was going for when I was looking for integration solutions. So let's try that again. Hopefully it recognized. There we go. iPaaS and integration platforms, it did recognize it. So you need to kind of bear in mind that there are some quirks here. So instead of talking about integration solutions, you need to talk about integration platforms, and you will get some assessments here. So positives, there are some good prompt visibilities that you can see that, okay, here are some prompts you could be seeing and what you could be missing. So there's definitely some actionable suggestions on what to do. The brand performance aspects, let's go for this one again. Oh, there we go. The report for 1IO. You can see that there are some kind of sentiment analysis of yourselves and potential competitors. Useful, but perhaps not the top assessment I would do as a software as a service company and so forth. So definitely some of the elements are built more for B2C customers. And then let's look at some of the other aspects that could be relevant. A site audit. Here we can see that there's a site crawl that you can run, I think, on a daily basis, if I'm not mistaken. So there are definitely kind of aspects that you can run in terms of what is the kind of AI search aspect that you can use. Kind of the core conclusion about SEMrush AI SEO is that this looks really quickly put together. It's part of the pun, but it's a bit rushed. There are definitely elements here that you can imagine that if you are a SEMrush customer already, it will be great to continue using it. If you have 2 or 3 years of SEO visibility history, yes, it can be a great use to kind of add this onto your existing license. On the other hand, I think there's elements there that when we were testing, it doesn't quite suit all of the needs of us working with a number of customers. One of the key elements was actually for an SEO agency, you have to pay $100 for every new user on the platform and for every new property. And if you choose to have more prompts per each client, there is cost for that as well. So the initial price of $99 is perhaps one of the most affordable in the market if you're using it only to track your current account and your current brand. But if you're using it across the board, across more than one property, the cost quickly stack up. So that was basically our review. If you want to see details about this review, it has been published on our website, generatemore.ai. And along with that, you'll find at least 10 different in-depth reviews of modern AI visibility tools that we've tracked. And you'll also see our top recommendation for which one is the best as you're heading into next year and choosing which one you want to use for yourself. Thanks for listening, guys, and see you in the next one.